over to you, Pankita. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'll just quickly start with the presentation. So Brunel University, London was initially an engineering polytechnic. And after receiving our Queen's Charter in 1966, we became Brunel University, London. So we are more than a 50-year-old university. In 2016, we celebrated our Golden Jubilee. So of course, as the name goes, we are a London-based university. We are about 15 to 20 minutes from the London Heathrow Airport and about, say, half an hour to 40 minutes from central London. And this is how the London Tube map looks like. We are in West London in Zone 6 in Uxbridge. And there's a straight metropolitan line that goes from the Uxbridge Tube station to central London. And that's an aerial view of our campus. We are a massive campus-based university spread across over 200 acres with all our facilities in one place. So right from our lecture centers, laboratories, restaurants, cafes, everything is in one place. And Brunel is the only campus-based university in London. So it's connected, very well connected to the rest of London. The city center is just like a 5-minute bus drive. Tube station is just a 5-minute bus drive. And the campus is beautiful with a lot of green spaces, a lot of outdoor spaces for students to relax. Just a quick glimpse of all our facilities. We have a 24/7 library. We have an athletic center. We have so many restaurants and cafes, right from your Starbucks, Costa Coffee, Subway, you name it, and we've got it. And there are so many, like I think about 12 multi-cuisine restaurants as well on campus. In terms of our rankings, we are 42nd in the UK as per QS, 44th as per THE, and 5th in the UK for our international outlook, and 20th in the UK for our impact. Very strong for our subject-specific rankings as well, right from our engineering, design, business and management. Our MBA is also AMBA accredited. Almost all our courses, all courses at Brunel, are professionally accredited, which actually ensures that the program is as per the industry standards. We have an award-winning professional development center on campus. So the professional development center, their responsibility is to help international students with placements from basic things like, helping students with CV making, conducting their mock interviews, psychometric tests. So all the grooming that is required, for an international student to present themselves in front of an employer. All of that is taken care of by the placement cell. As you can see a few names here, we're tied up with a lot of big companies, right from HSBC, Barclays, Accenture, JP Morgan, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Jaguar Land Rover, and not just these big names, but because Brunel is in London, located in the financial capital of England, we're tied up with a lot of local companies around as well. Talking about our scholarships, the most important one to note here will be the International Excellence Scholarship, which is worth £6,000, available for both undergraduate and postgraduate students. And for undergraduate students, this will be £6,000 per annum, which is a substantial amount. Now, this is a merit-based scholarship. Students need to separately apply for this scholarship once they have an offer from us. Deadline for this scholarship application will be 30th of April, and we'll be announcing the decision in the month of May. This is for September 2022 offer holders. We also have a range of automatic scholarships. There is a postgraduate academic excellence scholarship, which is basically for students who previously studied at a UK university. There's a Brunel graduate discount. There's a family discount, family alumni discount as well. We also have a few very limited number of India scholarships, which are actually on first come first serve basis. Students need to first hold an offer from us, and they can be nominated, for these scholarships. These are very limited in number and on rolling basis. Talking about our English language requirements, pretty simple. Our IELTS requirement will be 6.5, not less than 6 in each for most of our courses. We accept PTE, we accept TOEFL, we also accept Duolingo. Duolingo for September 2022 is accepted. We need a score of 110, not less than 100 in each. We also conduct our own English language test, which is called as Brunel, and there are a few slots available, I think almost every month. So a separate, application is required for the Brunel English language test. So you'll have to apply for the test separately and then, get a date. £33 is the fee for, registering for the Brunel English language test. There are a lot of IELTS waivers as well. So for students from CBSE, ISC, Maharashtra State Board, if you have 70 or more than 70 in your year 12, we can waive off your IELTS. And from other state boards, you would need 80 or more than 80 in English. We do not accept Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat, all these state boards are not accepted, unfortunately. Now we offer a range of courses that you see on the screen with a placement opportunity. So all these courses, they come with an option of 4 to 12 months placement along with it. So say if you go for a 12-month placement option, first year is your study, second year is your placement, and plus 2 years of stay back is what you get. So that's a considerable amount of time and opportunity in the UK. Now all these courses are really popular at Brunel, and they get filled up really fast. So if you've not yet applied, my suggestion is please apply at least in this month so that you can you can confirm your seat for these courses, because I think by end of April our business school it tends to get full usually. So I would suggest that you hurry up and apply as soon as possible. And as I mentioned previously, we're a campus-based university, so we do have accommodation facility on campus with different types of room options, right from studio flats to ensuite rooms to standard rooms. And typically the prices for accommodation would range from £118 per week to £180 per week, depending on the kind of rooms you choose. And how do you submit applications to us? So undergraduate applications can be done through UCAS, or a direct application is also possible. Postgraduate PhD research applications can be done from our website. So you could speak to your counselors at Combined Company, and they could help you. And this is my last slide. So we also have our Pathway College on campus. So this is for students who do not meet direct entry requirement at Brunel. So for those kind of students, they can join us through our Pathway College. So for undergraduate students, there are foundation, first year options available. For postgraduate students, there's a pre-master's option available. So if you do not meet the direct entry requirement, please, don't be disheartened. You can join us always through our Pathway College. And yeah, you can engage with our current students through a function called as UniBuddy from our website. So you could chat with our current students, understand what Brunel really has to offer. You can also have a virtual tour of our campus from this link here, and you can engage with us through our social media platforms from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And these are my details. If there are any questions, I'm going to open up the floor, for questions. Sorry, I ran a little fast. I want more and more Q&As, so that we can help each and everyone who's joined in today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Priyanka. I think that is very informative. If you can just give them a 30 seconds. I'm just running a poll, which they are currently filling up.
Yeah, no worries.
In the meantime, I've just requested everyone to either raise your hand or put anything in the chat where we can take your questions. We have around 20 odd students who have joined. So we have enough of a cohort for a meaningful conversation. I can either wait for your query or read them out, the ones who have registered, or go by the order in which you're appearing on Zoom. Whichever one works. I'll just go to the Q&A chat. Someone anonymous, fee structures for MIM. I guess that's in your management business school.
Yeah.
You may have touched upon that on a slide for tuition.
So the tuition fee for business courses at the postgraduate level will be £18,410, 18410.
Understood that. 18,410 for the MIM programs. And if I'm not mistaken, since we're on the topic, there is some element of scholarships.
Yes, that's right. A £6,000 scholarship is what they can look at.
And is this competitive, or we're just looking at the website?
It's a competitive scholarship. So students need to apply for it separately, and we'll be shortlisting on the basis of their previous academics.
Right. And is that automatically considered, or are they required to submit an essay or an application?
No, just an application form. Essay is not required. Just a simple application form. We'll be looking at the previous academics. That's all. Okay.
And any deadlines for that?
Yes.
Do you need to be holding an offer by April 30th, was it? Or
30th April, yeah. That will be the deadline, yeah.
And they need to be holding an offer?
Yeah.
Prior to that?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just put that in the chat, because I think that question which everyone asks.
Sure.
I guess similar question from the same person, mass communication. If you want to mention your name, I can put you on the chat. You're showing up as anonymous. Otherwise, similar question, mass communication, master's tuition fees.
That will be £18,410. It will be same.
Same.
Yeah. I can see a few questions in the chat box as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, encourage everyone to put it in the Q&A, then I can go
Yeah.
one by one. Otherwise, it works both ways. I'll be able to see who is asking the query. Soumya, studying 11th standard, how can I apply after my 12 boards? I want to study MBA in psychology. So you're currently doing class 11 and you want to do an MBA, which is obviously a master's degree, but there may be some scope for a bachelor's in psychology, which is presumably your area of interest. Soumya, I can try and find you and put you on speaker. If you want to just give us a brief, Soumya, are you interested in a bachelor's or a master's?
Yes, sir. I am interested in bachelor's. I want to do MBA in psychology after my 12th. So just tell me about the scholarship and about the exams, what I have to do.
Yeah. Thanks, Soumya. So that will be a BSc in psychology that you'll be looking at after your year 12. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Which board are you studying your year 12 from?
Ma'am, I am studying from CBSE board.
Right. So from CBSE, we would need a 72%. That will be a requirement for psychology. Your tuition fee will be roughly about £16,000 per annum. And scholarship
Okay, ma'am.
will be £6,000 per annum. Now that's a competitive scholarship. You'll need to separately apply for it once you have an offer from us.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Since we're on that topic, is there any specific cutoffs for?
Yeah,
for example, maths, for
we
example?
would expect a student to have a first class with distinction. So anything, so for UG, I mean, previously students who have received this scholarship, they all have like more than an 80% at least.
Okay.
Yeah, for postgraduate, anything that's about 75%.
From a state non-grade A university.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
And the grade A presumably would be the likes of National Law University, Delhi, Mumbai, Pune.
Right, for all of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
It's a question in the chat box. Can I take it?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. I think that may be more efficient.
There's a student, I have 11 years of experience and want to join MBA. Yes, for an MBA, we need minimum of 3 years of work experience. So if you have more than that, of course, you can apply. We would also need you to have a bachelor's degree along with it. Depending on the university that you've studied from, we would, if it's, a private university, 65% or more will be the requirement. If it's a public university, 55% or more will be the requirement. But yeah, a 3 year of work experience is mandatory. Hi, Aman. Thanks for your question. So the fee for any engineering course at Brunel will be £20,000. And hi, Monami. So see, at the moment, there is no deadline for us. Admissions are on rolling basis. Ideally, if this is, I mean, if you're interested in a business course, I would say that the time is now. You have to apply as soon as possible because business courses tend to get filled up really soon. So I think by 30th of April, a business school will be almost full. If it's an engineering course, again, still, I mean, it's very, very popular. You will have to apply now. By May, most of our engineering, the popular ones will be full.
Monami, if you want to clarify, you can come online and speak. If you can give us your background, if you wish. Otherwise, I'll have to look up. I can see you're in Delhi. You want to do an undergraduate in biochem related subjects. All right. So I guess the UCAS is open, right? Till
UCAS is still open. Yes, they can apply through UCAS. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fine. You can go ahead.
Yeah.
Priyanka. Yeah.
Just one second. Next one is Divyanshi. Thanks for your question. So the living cost will be. Now, see, living cost depends on the location of the university. Now, because Brunel is a London-based university, your living expenses will be roughly about £12,000, which includes your accommodation, travel, food, miscellaneous, everything. You're specifically asking for South Hall. Do you want to come on speaker and just quickly speak to me because looks like this is someone who's already applied.
Divyansh Singh. Just try and find. Yeah, Divyansh. you can come online. Yeah.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Good
Yeah.
evening, sir.
Hi,
Yeah.
good evening.
Yes,
Hi,
ma'am. I was just asking for the living cost in that area of London, as it is in South Hall. I know the Brunel University is in South Hall area of London. So, what will the living cost there?
So see, there's no specific living cost as per, I mean, if you're in Southall or if you're in Wembley or if you're, it's standard for London-based universities. It's going to be roughly about £12,000. Okay, so this £12,000, this is for your whole year, and it includes your accommodation fee, it includes your travel, food, miscellaneous, all of that together. And
Okay.
Brunel is in Uxbridge, which is about half an hour from Southall.
Okay, yeah. And ma'am, as I also seen the 6,000 scholarship, 6,000 pound scholarship, which you have said that it is a competitive scholarship. And so I will like to ask ma'am where and when, how we have to apply for that scholarship after
Let
we
me
get
see if
an
I
offer.
can share the link, the scholarship link with you. Hold on for a second.
Just mention, Divyan, which course and which level, undergrad, postgrad?
So actually, I have to go for undergrad in computer science engineering.
Okay. And which board are you in which class?
So I have passed 12th class and I'm from CBSE board.
What grade did you get in class 12?
93%.
Excellent. That's a very good score. I think you have a very good chance at the £6,000 scholarship.
Right.
So
And where are you
I've
based?
So actually, I can't understand your question. Sorry.
Which city are you in?
Delhi.
Delhi. Okay. You may have just registered recently. I can't find you on my list. All right.
Oh, yeah, I have just registered recently.
All right. Great. I would encourage you to then be in touch with our counselor and send your documents. With all your documents which have to go through UCAS. There's no more direct, Priyanka, right?
Yes.
RC forms.
Direct is possible, but if the student has, used all the 5 choices, for UCAS in that case.
Okay, so you're not yet applied, right?
So actually, I can also.
Divyansh, you haven't yet applied?
No, sir, I have not applied for Brunel. Exactly for Brunel, I have applied for some other universities, but I have not applied for Brunel only.
So you can share us
Particularly,
UCAS and let us know which are the ones you've applied, and we can see how best to take it forward.
yeah, sure, sir, sure.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Divyansh. I think the next question is, what is the fee for electrical engineering? I don't know if it's postgraduate or undergraduate. It will
Aman
be,
Babu.
yeah, it will be for postgraduate, that will be £20,000. For undergraduate, it will be £18,000. Aman, if IELTS is 6 overall, is that okay? So, Dasar Dharam, I would need to know what course is this. If you can tell me what course you're interested in, I can tell you if this is okay. Part-time jobs, yes, very easily available both on and off campus. As an international student, you can work 20 hours per week, both on and off campus, and you can easily earn up to £8 to £9 per hour. Aman, without IELTS, it depends. I mean, IELTS waivers are possible. Depends on which board you've studied your year 12 from. So if you can share that with me. Shruti, Masters in Marketing Scope and Job Opportunities. Now, see, we have a dedicated placement cell on campus who will be assisting you, with your placement application process. Typically, the kind of roles that you would look at after, say, pursuing an MSc in marketing would be, say, a business development manager, say, a marketing manager, or a project manager. So there are a lot of different roles depending on what are your areas of interests. Okay. Anjali, is it important to give TOEFL? See, I mean, that's English language is one of the entry requirements. You can either take TOEFL or IELTS or a PTE or say a Duolingo, any of these tests are fine. Hi, Palak, thank you for your question. Bachelor's in Physiotherapy from University of Delhi. To pursue my master's. So we have a master's in advanced clinical practice, Palak, which is a 1-year full-time course for students who previously studied physiotherapy bachelor's. It's a very competitive course to get into. We need minimum of 1 year of clinical work experience over and above your internship. So the internship is 6 months. So that's not counted in that 1 year of clinical work experience. So after completing your bachelor's, after completing your internship, you would need 1 year of clinical work experience and a first class in your bachelor's as well. And once you apply, there will also be an interview with the course director. which you'll need to clear. Tuition fee for the course will be £20,000, and scholarship, we have a specific physiotherapy scholarship worth £2,000, which is automatic, but it's competitive. It's decided by the dean of the college. But there's another scholarship which is worth 6,000, which you can separately apply for. MBA, for MBA, we need minimum of 3 years of work experience. That's the biggest entry requirement that we have. Hostel fee, now it depends. I mean, depends on the kind of rooms you choose. It ranges from £118 to £175 to £180, per week. Masters in biotechnology, unfortunately, no, we don't have that. I'm sorry, but there's a course. Let me see if I can help you. Hold on for a second. It comes under our mechanical engineering department, so I'm not sure if that's something that you would be interested in, but we are not running that at the moment. Okay, so sorry, it's a no. So sorry. What is better, MIM or Masters in International Business? See, now both has different opportunities. Honestly, I mean, it entirely depends on, what are your areas of interest. The international business, basically, if you want to kind of work in, say, in a multinational company, in a multinational setup, that's when, probably you look at international business. Management is a wider, program. I mean, it covers all pathways under it. So it depends on, what are your areas of interests. Hi Akshat, thanks for your question. Currently in the last semester of 4th year BTech Electronics. Scholarships. So see, I mean, the placement is not incorporated in the course, Akshat. So this is a 1 year full-time course, MSc Data Science and Analytics, but you do have a +2 year of stay back after you complete the course. We have a dedicated placement team to help you with the placements. Previously, students who've studied data science and analytics with us, they've gone and worked with companies like, say, Accenture, Capgemini, PayPal, Sopra, and Waitrose. So there's some excellent alumni representation that we've got, for the course. If you have 75 in 12th Maharashtra State Board, yes, we can waive off your IELTS. You would not need IELTS. Scholarship options are available, £6,000, which you can, apply for separately. That's a merit-based scholarship. But we do have, as I had mentioned in my presentation, a specific India scholarship, which are very limited in number. These are worth £3,000 to £1,500, but very, very limited in number and on a rolling basis. Okay. Procedure for undergraduate courses in physics. Okay. We actually specifically, I'm so sorry, we don't have an undergraduate in physics. We have mathematics, statistics, but not specifically physics. Any queries?
Oh, that's perhaps just me.
Sorry. Oh, I'm
Take the
sorry.
next one.
Yeah,
Yes, then.
MBA, 1 year or a 2 year course. MBA is a 1 year full-time course. Yes, campus interviews are available. So there are separate networking events that we organize for MBA students, proper suit and tie networking events wherein we invite, companies, campus placements as well, twice a year, once in the month of October, then in the month of May. So yes, MBA placements are done differently for our students. I think I've answered all the questions from the chat box.
Right,
Someone has a hand up.
Yeah, Itishi Parishar, I think let's just get around because I asked if their questions were not fully answered, perhaps. Itishar, if I'm pronouncing your name, Itishri.
Yeah.
Just give us your details and what is your query?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, like, I haven't given my IELTS yet, and I wanted to apply for the university for September intake.
Right.
So is there any way that I can get into university on a conditional basis?
Yeah, of course. You don't need the IELTS scores right now. Please go ahead,
Okay.
submit your application. Once you have them ready, you can submit it to us. But please go ahead and apply. That's not a problem. Speak to your counselor at Combined Company. They'll help you with the application process.
Okay, like what are the application requirements?
The basic documents, that is your academic, CV, statement of purpose, letter of recommendations, that's all. Even if letter of recommendations are not ready right now, that's okay. You can still apply.
What was your course, Itishri? Which course were you interested in?
I'm looking either for MIM or international business. Yeah.
All right. And what is your grade in
I have
Graduation?
in my 5th semester, so the
Okay,
average till 4th semester is like 75%.
very good.
Which university is this from?
This is from Maheshwari Dayanand University in Rajasthan.
Okay. Yeah, that meets the requirement, so that's fine. That's fine. You can apply.
Encourage you to send your documents to us. And we can go ahead with the application with some
Okay.
possibility of a competitive scholarship, since the deadlines are coming up next month.
Okay.
Anything further?
No, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, so you can just go through the Q&A. Shruti,
You have more questions?
in the Q&A. I think on the Southern, is MBA available in May intake? I guess.
Oh, no, we
it's
don't
not.
have a May intake. We
Right.
only have a September and a Jan intake,
Right,
and MBA is
right.
available for both.
Right. Shruti, Masters in Marketing, Scope and Career Opportunities. I mean, it's probably one of the most
Do we have more questions?
popular programs in the Q&A.
One second. Shruti, Masters in Marketing, Scope. I think I answered this one, right?
I think we must have, if she's come
Oh,
through.
this is a different student, or
No, the same student, but I think she's saying, ma'am, does it affect our master's application if we're not from top tier college? I think you'll have to explain, Shruti, which college.
yeah, if you can tell. Okay, I cannot see this question. Okay. So can you tell me which university you're studying your bachelor's from?
Yeah, Shruti, I'll get you online. I think that will be the most efficient. You can come on the speaker. Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, I'm from Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Meerut.
Okay, and what's your aggregate score?
Ma'am, I'm currently in my first year.
First year. Okay, so we would need a 65% minimum.
Okay.
So from Chaudhary Charan Singh University. So if you have 65 or more than that, please apply to us. That's fine.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
No problem. There's another question. Akshay does placement for MS. I think I've answered this one as well.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
How and what will be the living cost in the campus area? So that will be Divyansh. I think we've covered this one also. Divyansh also.
Yeah.
used-
Yeah. Just mark it. Average salaries, frankly, it's based on the competitive.
Yeah.
But I think as a broad brush, I mean, I can say on average, it's about £28,000 from typical London postgraduate salaries, or in that ballpark. You may correct me, Priyanka.
Yeah. So see, I mean, for freshers, it starts, I mean, somebody who's absolutely a fresher, I mean, to be realistic, I think maybe 21,000 pounds, someone who does not come with a background, depending
Right.
on, which company is this that we're talking about. So yeah, it depends on a lot of factors.
Right. The MBA needs experience, right? At
MBA
Brunel?
would need 3 years of work experience, yes.
Yeah, all right. Divyansh,
Yes,
regarding
Divyansh.
scholarship, I think we have already answered that.
Yeah.
Um,
Sandwich degree is a 4-year course. Yes. First year study, second year study, third year is your placement, fourth year is again, back to studies. We have almost all our undergraduate courses come with the sandwich year option.
Right. Undergrad scholarship is annually?
Yes, it's a
based
6,000 pound
on
per annum.
annual,
Yes.
right. Mark them as answered.
So one question I wanted to ask.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so can you please guide through to write our SOPs? It would be really helpful for us.
So see, I mean, statement of purpose, the flow of it has to be, appropriate. So basically you begin with, say, a bit of a history about yourself, your family, then you talk about your academics, what have you studied, if there are any extracurricular activities, you've had, at your college. Then you talk about why do you want to study, say, a particular course, why have you chosen this particular university, how is it going to benefit you in the future, what are your future plans, all these things, basic things you need to cover in your statement of purpose, and be as honest as possible, and this is basically, a statement of purpose kind of bridges the gap between, a student and the university, because we don't see you in person, we don't meet you. So how do we know, what kind of, personality you are, and, what are your future plans? So that's basically it, and keep it as honest as possible. And that's it.
And especially we can also guide you, standard guidelines, which you should include so as to make sure you cover all the various points. We can
And the
guide you
most
through that.
important thing, I think, Ranveer, do not copy paste it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, we only give guidelines.
Yeah,
Saying,
yeah,
these are the
yeah.
points. These are the points to be
Yeah,
covered.
plagiarism is a
Plagiarism is seen very extremely serious.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I think any further question? I think
I think I have. I can see a few questions. Can we do
box. Okay,
dual
Patna.
masters?
Okay. I'm from Patna, pursuing Women's College from CEMS my last year. How can I apply for MassCom? She's completing in August, and she is Anjali Singh.
I think the application process is pretty simple, Anjali. You can speak to your counselor at Combined Company. They'll be able to assist you with the required documentation and everything. So that's pretty simple. I think there's one more question: dual degrees, dual masters. No, unfortunately, we don't have dual masters options at the university. Thank you.
Anjali, since you're online, can you give us a background of what is it?
Ma'am, can you start?
Yeah, in fact, both of you are on now. So Anjali.
Good evening, ma'am and sir.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I am Patna, and I am pursuing my graduation from Patna Women's College, and this is my last year, and it will be over in August, I think. But due to COVID, the situation is so bad that our college is not opening. It has been closed. So I don't think that my college will. My last year exam would be in April, but it should have further delayed for May. So it will over in August or September, I think. So can I go for September intake for the to apply my?
See, you can apply now, okay, but for you to join our September intake, we would definitely need you to complete your bachelor's. So we would need the completion certificate, okay. If your exams are delayed right now, fine. I think what I would suggest you is at least start with the application process. If things do not work out, there is always an option of deferring your offer for the next available intake. But you can at least start now.
What's your cumulative GPA to date?
My fourth semester, I have got 75%.
Great. Okay. So I think you're good to apply to us.
Yeah, I think you'll get a conditional offer, Priyanka, and then
conditional offer.
You can apply as late as, I guess, 2 weeks.
Not till now.
Prior
I
to
haven't
course
given the
commencement.
TOEFL or IELTS exam. I have to give
That's
that.
okay. You don't need that at the time of application. Without that, you can still submit an application to us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
The Southern, you came online. If you wanted to ask a question, you can come online again.
Yeah, hi sir, hi ma'am.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Dasarath Ram, and I'm from Hyderabad, India. Ma'am, earlier, this one me, it's I'm having 11 years of experience in HR department. Actually, earlier I completed my MBA in HR, and now I want to do MBA in business development. So is that okay, ma'am, Priyanka, ma'am?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You can apply to us. 11-year of work experience is fantastic. Most welcome to apply. We have a lot of mature students who apply. Even if we ask for, say, a 3-year of work experience, I think students more than, like, say, 5 or 6 year of experience apply. We also have students with 14-year of work experience who apply. So that's absolutely fine. That's not a problem.
And it would show academic progression and a specialization in a different area. I don't think that should be an issue.
So under MBA, we have 3 pathways. We have general management, then we have digital innovation management, and there is healthcare management. So you can, I think in your case, it'll either be general management or digital innovation management.
So in the same university after MBA, is there any chance to apply for this PhD?
Yes, absolutely. You can do that after you complete your MBA with us. And it's easier also when if you've studied, say, a master's or an MBA from a UK university, it becomes easier when you apply for a PhD in the UK.
So PhD means it's thought program, or it's how it will be?
PhD will be research based.
Research
Absolutely.
based.
Yeah, purely research based.
Research based. So only September and Jan intake.
Yes. For MBA, yeah, both intakes are available.
And 6.5 years mandatory for this MBA?
6.5, not less than 6. Yeah, that will be a requirement.
It is mandatory.
So I would encourage you to send us your CV and your documents. We can assist you for the application.
So what is the process, sir, to apply?
So we'll get in touch with you. I'll just put in our email and our website, so you can take it from there. And since you have joined, I would have your email and maybe your contact number if you've given it to us, and we can be in touch with you. Otherwise, you can email us in info@combinedco.com, and we can assist you in your applications, and including everyone who's on this chat and the call. A lot of students have not asked questions. Perhaps I can just do a quick, anything further, Dasadam?
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
And I have shared my mail ID in this
Yeah.
chat box.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you. Good luck. Bye-bye.
Okay, I'll just do a quick, I know a lot of questions, I mean, students not asked. Amol Salve, I'm just doing a quick round robin. If you wish, I can put you online. Otherwise, we'll just try and wrap up. Hima Bindu. Al-Malik Abru. Monish Sareen. Okay, so if there's no further questions, by all means, if you have any further questions, do get in touch with us. We will certainly do a follow-up with all of you who have attended. And
one last question, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
One last question, sir, ma'am. So without IELTS, can I apply?
Yeah, application can be submitted without IELTS. That's fine.
So that I'll get offer letter, right?
You get a conditional offer, and then you can provide your IELTS scores later on.
Fine, ma'am. Thank you very much.
No problem.
So Hima, since you're online, did you have any query? You have unmuted yourself. Monish, you're also unmuted. Did you have any further query?
No, I think I had a query, but then that was resolved in the earlier question.
All right. Okay. Which course were you interested in?
MBA?
MBA, okay. And you've given us your profile, or based on your profile, do you want any feedback? Give us a little brief.
I think I will get in touch with you after the webinar, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the email address that you've shared.
Right. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. I think we have gone through a fair number of queries in a relatively short period of time. That's good. I think it's been quite productive, and we'll certainly continue to follow up with all the students and the ones who posted the queries on registration. Any final comments, Priyanka? I guess
Nothing much. I would just encourage everyone to apply. Please do not be hesitant. I think there's sometimes there's lack of information that maybe I don't have this document, maybe I cannot apply. Speak to your counselors. They will help you with the whole process. And I think please apply. Do not hesitate, because if any of the documents are missing, we can always get back to you and say that, okay, we need this. For now, we are just issuing a conditional offer. So please apply, because September 22, we're receiving huge volumes of applications. If you're really keen on this intake and do not want to miss out, just begin the whole process as soon as possible.
Especially, I think there are about 10-15 courses, masters with placements.
Yeah,
those tend to be the most popular.
Yeah.
Just for everyone's benefit, in business, law, health, and I saw a few in health related and data science analytics, which is very popular for students from India. So by all means, if you're looking at these areas, do get in touch. And you mentioned the scholarships deadlines of April 30th also, for which you need to be holding an offer.
Yeah.
So certainly
you need to apply as soon as possible, at least in a month. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, in the next 2 to 3 weeks. On average turnaround time is about?
Average turnaround time is about 2 weeks, but if you need any assistance in fast tracking any application, you guys can always get in touch with me.
Right.
I have a question for one of my students, Benita. She applied on 21st of January for MBA. She hasn't received any email regarding the interview. We normally get the email for fixing up the interview.
Yeah, just send out the student ID number to me. Drop me an email. I'll look into it. Don't worry.
Sure.
Well, on that note, thank you everyone, and thank you, Priyanka, for your time.
No problem at all. It's always my pleasure, and we thank you so much for this opportunity. And I wish you all a good luck. Thank
Absolutely, and we'll follow up with the students for the application, any further queries or any shorter sessions. Even I think that's useful for a Q&A.
Productive, yes,
which
absolutely.
is more productive.
Yeah, I like this format. I think this really works. Everyone gets an opportunity to ask a question. So
right. Wonderful.
Right.
Thank you
Thank you
again.
so much. Bye. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.